Hello gamers, welcome back. We've had some wild and woolly gaming recently. Random rare, brutality. It's the kind of rare that is, I have to imagine it's good, but it sort of does make you want to turn the game off immediately. Get it twisted, it was not what I'm looking for. Will I play it? Yeah, it costs 0, bud. It came for free with your frickin' hand, but... And I know, at the cost of 1 HP, it allows you to draw your better cards more often. Yeah, but it's the first card I've added to my deck. Are the better cards in the room with us right now, bro? Wild Strike. Draw through the wounds, do more damage. Transform, we're going high risk. Transform a strike into rage. That's not, I can live with that. I'm pivoting. 150 gold. I originally was going to go right path. Now we're going to remove doubt immediately.
Impervious is a great frickin' card, man.
Let's go Impervious and... I mean, Blood for Blood works with what we got going on, but imagine we draw Blood for Blood early and then Brutality late. I'd rather just have an uppercut on my side, I think. Honestly, brother, I think you've completely reshaped the way I want to think about turn 1 here with your actions. That Impervious to take 0, it felt mighty nice. I'm not going to lie to you. 21, you're not going to be... I forgot, you're not going to be vulnerable next turn. This is still pretty freaking good, dude. It's still pretty freaking good. I would happily hit you in the face over that. We take 3 damage. Am I crazy to think that this is actually sort of an unbelievable start? Obviously, something like a Rupture goes insane. Needs to be this. Well, relatively insane for the stage of the game in which we're at, but we can't incept that into existence, you know? We gotta wait for it to, the chips to fall as they may. So I'm holding on that Impervious. I thought about playing the Impervious, but I need to kill this guy. I'm vulnerable, so playing a defend is like a net neutral, except it makes you stronger for every subsequent turn. That sucked pretty bad, but you know what? Captain's Wheel's pretty good. I am an early armaments believer. I can't believe what I'm about to tell you that I'm going to do, okay? And if it goes wrong, it goes wrong, but if it goes right, we'll be looking a lot better than you would have expected. I'm gonna try this super elite path here. Captain's Wheel is next turn.
Next turn, okay.
Captain's Wheel is next turn. So next turn we could do whatever we please. I'm gonna try the super elite path. I'm pot committed right now. I'm gonna gate myself off to the side. We got okay attacks. Forget perfected strike. We got good potions, potentially. Pocket Watch is a great relic. Things are gonna be hot, okay? This ain't your granddad's game. Here, I think honestly we would love this free metamorphosis. And, don't get me wrong, brother. Life's going to be a little painful here. But one thing, I didn't want to play Distilled Chaos because I don't want it to hit Impervious on a bad turn. This is a good turn. Get it out there. Embrace it. Study it. We got 0 cost attacks. This is a beautiful turn for us, obviously. I would happily hemokinese you, but it scares me to do it on somebody with 2 HP left. It's gonna be a little tough because I only got so many turns of life left in me. Okay, well, now you all gotta pay. I lived. Okay, incredible. They said it couldn't be done. With brutality, we're on a clock, okay? My God, we got there. Old Bag of Prep, beautiful. Fiend Fire plus Bag of Prep, setting up the ultimate turn 1, possibly one of the only ways we can make it through this gauntlet we've set up for ourselves. It is what it is, brother. Say it with me. It is what it is. Okay, 2 turns of weakness. Could still have a big Fiend Fire. Pretty simple. Play 2 cards, so we still get Pocket Watch. And then the big Fiend Fire Enjoyer has logged on. Those cards aren't even good, so I'd be happy to send them. Pocket Watch Fiend Fire might be... There might be something to that, man. A Whirlwind is a nice play, too. Yeah, why not? That's what I wanted to see, I think. Turn 1. I'm literally just gonna do this. Not even gonna play Brutality, because I'm worried about being on the clock. No Fiend Fire, huh? So I need to not die. I lived with 2 HP, just for the record, in case you're crunching the numbers. I also wanted to make sure Pocket Watch was still working, okay? And we don't need the Fiend Fire, like, insanely here. Instead, what I can do is get you close to death and Fiend Fire you. And then hopefully... We might still be screwed. Impervious, doesn't do a whole lot here. It gives us, I guess, 2 more turns to sort out how we're going to get out of this. And we're going to get there. All right, never mind. We're totally fine. It turns out we're totally fine. Probably not combust. Boys, we have to rest. Because the burns do like a static amount of damage. There's no way we're making it out of this without a rest. The burns will just erode us. I know that they get stronger, but like... We gotta do something. Like, we gotta take care of ourselves. I'm hoping that the best thing for us, to be honest with you, might just be the liquid thorns that we popped. Like, that might be our best damage dealer. I personally feel like I can absolutely afford to lose all these cards. I armamented up just for the burst damage, but... Now, is it going to be, like, exquisite? Is this going to be a beautiful experience? No, I think it's going to be a little inelegant, but... I guess there's an elegance in, like... Oh, probably should have played a rage there, I suppose. There's an elegance in knowing the limits of your deck, too. Wouldn't you say so? That went way better than I could have expected it to go. It has to be Demon Form. It's the only thing with, like, game-breaking potential out of these this early. I'm not mindlessly taking Mark of Pain. Mark of Pain was really bad for us in the last video. Why did I take Mark of Pain then? Because we have Pocket Watch. I think we can neutralize some of the effects of Mark of Pain. Not nullify them, but neutralize them a little bit. With plus Brutality, to be fair. It's also very, very important. I played 4 cards. That's not how you play this game. You play 3 cards, and then you play Fiend Fire. It's so simple even a child could understand it. Me personally, I'm just not in the mood to take some damage this turn. That's the stuff right there, man. You're cooked. I would like to keep armaments in the rotation. I would like to not take damage. I'm hoping that you're going to choose not to attack next turn, which gives us a little bit of... Oh, you son of a gun. I don't care, because I have a 4-cost Whirlwind. I've already depicted myself as the 4-cost Whirlwind player and you as the evil birds. I mean, the deck don't seem so thick when you're drawing so many cards every turn, right? I will take Ritual Dagger. That seems like a high value option for us. So turn 1, it would be... actually, I think we take the special relic. Because turn 1, drawing Fiend Fire and a bunch of cards, or Whirlwind, is like a really, really nice start. I think I need Chuzu Bracelet to keep us healthy. Maybe it's a touch unconfident to take it. Honestly, obviously there's going to be a hit here for 19 damage, but the misplay there, to be honest with you, was not playing the regen potion. I should have played the regen potion. We would have had time to get at least like a heal for 12. It's not as bad as it looks, though. We didn't get a potion from the fight, so it's kind of saved. I think we should continue to try to hunt the elites, man. Play your regen potion, because you need to. I'm sorry, I want you to die. Ideally here, we would not kill them all. We would just kill enough. I can't believe I had to play Impervious. We'd kill enough so that we don't take damage, and we'd get as much out of the regen potion as possible. Oh, we also get to farm Ritual Dagger like a boss, man. Sorry about your desk, Deborah, but it turns out I'm a boss. Ritual Dagger keeps getting stronger and stronger. We still have 3 heals, but I can't... It would cost me 3 life to stay in the game here. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Meal ticket, very interesting. I am going to rest and fight another elite. And it's a little crazy, man. It's a little crazy. Now, to me, this is a double potion Andy. I think I love it. I can only play 1 more card and still get Pocket Watch. It's got to be you, man. It's always been you. It's you. He's Sigur Ross posting. Unfortunately, it's you, and then it's also you. Okay. So a Fiend Fire finishes the fight. And we can't not draw it. I was kind of hoping to see a Ritual Dagger. I guess we still could, but we'd probably just ice you. Turnip. There's something to it, man. And we obviously have, like, big problems from a blocking standpoint. But you can't deny the killing power of the deck, man. There may come a point where, like, we don't want to play Brutality anymore, but I think we're throwing the baby out with the bathwater if we go, oh, like, 1 damage per turn is killing us. It probably means the problem is, like, a little more downstream. Play 2 cards. Let's play a 3rd card. Fiend Fire kills you next turn. If we could stall... And we... Oh, but if we stall, we... Oh, it doesn't kill you anyway. Like, I was gonna say, if we could stall, we'd rather, like, wait for Ritual Dagger to come back around. In which case... Like, this looks great to me. No Ritual Dagger, huh? I'll be the first to admit, by the way, we're losing life to Brutality. But everything in this world is a trade-off, man. I guess. Now, apparently we have a Demon Form in the deck already, though I've only played it like 1 time. I think we need to not fight the Elite. I think if we fight the Elite, we're cooked. Good Face, I've been told Good Face exists, though I've not seen it for myself. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, man. The Whirlwind Believer is logged on. It's a perfect turn for a ritual dagger and a fiend fire. Oh my god, what a draw it would be. It's a perfect turn for a fiend fire. And ritual dagger's kind of popping, man. Look, he's getting so excited he got up out of his chair. You got to admit, like, are we dominating? No, but we're not dying as fast as you probably thought we were gonna. Unless we immediately do right here. 14 damage, huh? We definitely won't be taking 14 damage. And you, sir, are getting right into ritual dagger range. Oh! You shouldn't have. I gotta hit you with something else. Now, this is scary because Fiend Fire's already gone. And Ritual Dagger's already gone. I just gotta remember that you're like nobody and you never do any damage to anybody, so what do I care about you? And I think, rest assured by the way, I know that I need to upgrade cards and not rest in order to have a long-term chance of winning. But we will be resting at this campfire. There's no doubt about that. I feel like we basically don't play our defense. I have no idea if we have a long-term chance of winning this run. We do have 0 scaling, which is pretty bad. You have to play Ritual Dagger early. And we play 3 cards. We have no AoE. Cultist Potion will help us, though. Yeah, the Cultist Potion will help us. Don't play Fiend Fire yet. Get Demon Form popping. Upgrade everything. And perhaps I'm... Well, we can't play anything else anyway. I was going to say perhaps I'm overcommitted to, like, the Pocket Watch aesthetic, but at least until we get Fiend Fire out of the deck, it's been a stud for us, man. Pocket Watch has been an absolute gangster. I don't know. Do we want brutality? It's a scary thought. And you absolutely, without a hint of irony, have to play Fiend Fire against the Bronze Automaton. So this is our non-Pocket Watch turn. I think we gotta ice the orb, and then we gotta kill you with a surprise Pocket Watch Fiend Fire before you do your big attack. And I might be wrong, but you... And we need this then. I might be wrong, but you can't accuse me of not having a plan. 58 damage. This is where you need Impervious, and we did not get it. And this is obviously not enough damage. So we lose. We were really close. I know that doesn't matter at all, but like... You gotta go to the next level to get through 19 and 20 when you're at my skill level, and I think we were getting there. Choose a rare. Brother, I know it went wrong for us last time. Lightning doesn't strike twice, except for the fact that it does, I guess. I don't know, I don't watch a lot of video essays. I just believe in the power of Immolate to be like a disgustingly good first turn enabler. For hallway fights especially. Give me an armaments to upgrade the Immolate. It's science. You will draw them on the same turn, eventually. Now, should we structure the whole run around Immolate? Probably not. We need something on... That's nice. We need something on top of it to help us get through bosses in particular. But it should be pretty good at taking care of the elites, I think. You'd love to see it, man. An Entropic Brew and a Bludgeon. I was going to say I'm happy to see either of them on the first turn. Now, what I did not know is that I would see neither of them on the first turn. I was so ready to say and neither on the second as well, but you know what? We get there. And that means I get to kill you with a Bludgeon, which is very disrespectful. I'm happy with what we got. I could have used a potion, for sure. I could have. Sever's Soul is pretty good too, but... I'm not 100% sever sold on it, I suppose, if you want to know my honest opinion. So this is probably first obelisk die, first sentry dies. Are you kidding me, man? Never mind. Forget what I was about to say. The plans did not come to pass. Free blood for blood changes our life. Another entropic brew? Buddy, I'm just being real with you. I don't think we popped the other entropic brew. We've had 2 entropic brews in a row give us entropic brews. That's outrageous. We're very happy where we stand. Now, we could use an elixir, but honestly, I'm kind of hoping with the luck we've had so far, we get Toy Ornithopter from this fight, and then elixir actually has a little bit of upside for the first time in its miserable life. Smiling Mask. I can live with it. Headbutt to bring back Bludgeon. Come on, come on. To bring back Bludgeon or Immolate. You bother me, but... Oh, how nice of you. How nice of you to hook us up. How nice of you to give me a freaking clothesline. I do think we play our Metallicize. Just so like we have some form of block. It sadly might be like extremely important. This, and then how about you just draw it in 2 turns? Unless an Immolate will just kill you, man. This has gone surprisingly amazingly so far. And what can I say, man? Who am I to argue with the game? They want us to fight more elites. Lose the gold, save the HP so we can actually upgrade some cards. Am I crazy to think that we may actually wish to... No, don't be crazy. I was thinking we might be best off actually fighting that elite, getting a relic, but it's the Lagavulin and they don't start in the inert phase, so... You gotta be a little frightened by that. So this should be like the easiest fight you've ever seen. I'm playing too quick. I'll be the first to acknowledge. Well, I'll probably be like the 300th to acknowledge, but I at least notice it. I think we're fine. I feel no pain is pretty freaking good, man. At some point you're gonna need some defensive potency. I think that was the right play. It was... Well, this kind of sucks, but... I was gonna say it's like cooler to bludgeon, but... It's also cool to not die like immediately on every single run. I'm just a different kind of guy like that. Like that's where I got my priorities lined up at least. Do we have a rage in the deck? We don't. I don't know. A rage with high cost attacks seems like backwards to me. And honestly, to win this fight, disarm is probably the best upgrade target, in my opinion. Everything I say has an implicit, in my opinion, after it. I shouldn't need to say that, but I do acknowledge the platform that I'm making content on. Sometimes things that you don't need to say need to be said. The dual wield is very interesting. My thinking is bring back cards you don't really want to see with the second one. Oh, and we have a bludgeon pen nib. I didn't even think about it, man. 84 damage pen nib. Don't mind if I do. We still got a long way to go, though. So we're like a headbutt, a bludgeon. Headbutt, something we don't want to see. And hit you to advance, because we're in a race here, whether it looks like it or not. You play your bludgeon every time. I didn't even look at what the Hexaghost was going to do. Like, I could have pretty realistically been killed there. It's getting pretty tight. I was just going to say, like, I don't want to draw bludgeon on this turn, but my God. Thank you, Sundial. You need offering, man. This is the first offering play. And Cursed Key. My love, thank you. Okay, so we actually have like one of my preferred rares, one of my preferred relics. Lots of damage. I'm not saying it's the best deck necessarily, but I am very comfortable with what we got going on here. I mean, it was a guarantee we had to get some of our good cards because we only drew pure garbage on the way up. Now, straight up, I think a second win could thin our deck and make us draw our better cards more often. Sure, I mean, I guess I'm not in love with Potion Bout, but I respect the hustle. Kind of a crazy start. Like they're preying on my downfall for real. Let's get a little metallicize going in there. It could be worse, man. Uppercut is interesting, but I don't know. I just feel like we got too many expensive cards. I guess that's kind of like the idea, because they tend to be good. Fair enough. Six block, or this is going to give us 6 block as well, but like with upside, because we have Dead Branch. Maybe headbutt back another second wind. So, as always, like the first floor, I feel pretty confident. It's the second floor where like everything starts to get a little hazy for a guy like me. But this feels like... Well, actually, now that I think about it, it kind of feels bad. And I wish I did the math so that I didn't have to kill you with my pen nib attack, but... It feels bad because we don't have, like, any growth on the run. But you know what? Maybe it's possible, if not altogether likely, we can counter the lack of, like, scaling by just, as crazy as it may sound, fighting a lot of elites. Again, I said, don't shoot the messenger, man. I said it might be crazy. Obviously disarmed the wrong guy there, but I forgot I was weak. I'm not going to belabor the point, okay? Mistakes were made. Either way, I think that maybe, I guess the long and the short of it is what I'm trying to say is that we could possibly, slow down a little bit. But on top of that, just relic our way out of trouble. Like, we have a run that's very well suited to fighting elites. If we maybe just rest, fight elites, and get perfect relics, that could plug a lot of holes in our deck. Maybe. I want to see bludgeon. I wish to see bludgeon. I will accept a double damage immolate. And I will. And I won't, but those are cards I'm very happy to see. Like, we got elite killing potential, man. Go ahead, hit me for 15. I'm just gonna rest anyway. Brother, that might be one step too far for a guy like me, but I'm willing to give it a chance. Now, I know I'm ignoring a shop, even though I have a curse, but that's because there's a shop right there. Get that out of here. Give me more health. I'll admit, at this point, I'm kind of... It's working, so I don't want to make it sound like I'm, you know, doing something just out of a sense of charity or whatever, but... Not so bad. We're kind of angling towards, like, the highest risk, highest reward plays. And again, like, we've made it reasonably far. I have no idea really what I'm looking for in terms of cards. I'm basically, like, exclusively praying for great relics from boss fights. I don't think that's all bad, man. Crazy play. Don't play your offering, because we wouldn't have the energy to play bludgeon. Whereas this way, you're probably going to attack me next turn, which is going to sting. But I'm very, very close to you being dead. I might need to draw 4 strikes to make it happen. Well, you don't love to see... You don't love to see that. Okay, I'll tell you what. We gotta deviate from our original plan. My god, a playable clash on Ascension 4000? I didn't know that it could happen. It can only happen by random chance like that. Prayer Wheel. It's crazy to say it. I think a Rampage might whip around enough to make it viable, man. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna do my best here, but if I'm being honest with you, I think there's a realistic chance we're probably dead. But what a beautiful second wind. I don't really want to give myself like 17 turns of weakness. But I would give myself 2 turns of weakness to be able to play a Clash and 2 Rampages. Now, this is all very cute and clever. Will it actually turn into, like, a win for us? I have no idea. I have no idea whatsoever. Please bring back Immolate. I'd like to take out the trash. I can live with that. You gotta admit, there's something doing with this one. You took my Immolate, you sack of junk, and then you gave me like the worst hand I've seen in my entire life, in all my days. It's an interesting one. Oh, wait, hang on. At least we got something out of it. Please bring back a dual wield. I got a feeling we're getting a Rampage next turn. And at this point, yeah, man. Yeah, I think it's gonna work. Double damage on that, though. I think we are gonna die right now. I think we don't stand a chance. Don't draw an attack. Not an attack. Exhaust a bunch of cards. Maybe we can live, man. Exhume, I really don't want it to be an offering. Exhume a ghostly armor? My word. Can you believe it? Holy cow, man. Do me a favor. You're a pretty good Rampage. I was gonna do something clever with this True Grit, but... Oh, it hit the right Andrew, man! Are you kidding me? Bring back this beautiful Rampage. We're gonna win, on this floor at least. Probably... Well, we're alive. I feel like more cards is very important. I feel like more energy is extremely important. I have no idea, but thank you for asking. If this run has any shot, I see a quad elite path on the left, and I give myself a chance at it. Let's put it that way. How about an armaments on an Immolate? Immolate them. Bludgeon the most aggressive of all the Andrews. Exhume an offering. Play your offering again. Feel no pain. This can't be right, man. I was gonna play another offering, but then I thought about it for 2 seconds, and I'm like, well, we're losing like 18 life to offering on the first turn. That's gonna make it very hard to stay alive. Dead Branch is actually the hero. Rest assured, I know it, you know it. Dead Branch is doing all the heavy lifting here. By the way, I have to leave in 7 minutes to pick my daughter up from daycare. I'm very much resenting daylight savings time right now. This is basically pitch black outside. But I'm just letting you know, because I'm gonna have to... sorry, I lost myself in the anger there for a second, but... I'm gonna have to maybe leave this video in media res. But the thing is, I didn't expect that the video would get left in media res, because I thought for sure we would have died like a floor and a half ago. Please lose a basic strike. Just goes to show you, man, there's There's Zane everywhere for those with the eyes to frickin' see. Disarm me with a smile, man. How about get this garbage out of my deck and give me a great attack? That's a great attack, man. Well, worst regen potion in history just dropped. But it's travel immediately to the boss. Listen, I would have loved to have clicked on that and been like, it's not because I have to leave. It's because it's the right thing to do. But no, like, that's not the right thing to do. The right thing to do, 100%, is for us to try to finish the fight, like Master Chief style. And we do well against elites. So the more elites that we see, the happier we are. We don't care to see double tap. I'm going to be honest, getting this offering out of my deck is probably bullish for my health. Forget strength, what do I care? Anyway, like these elites could give us relics that could set us up to win the game. I'm not guaranteeing that by any stretch, but there is a world in which that very surprising fate becomes plausible. Now this is it's a slap in the face, man. I guess I should have let Bludgeon come back around. Maybe we'll just die immediately, in which case it would have been the right decision to go to the boss, but we lived. We got Strawberry. I'm keeping a very close eye on the clock. 57 HP. This turn, you go all in on this guy. There's no doubt about that, including both offerings. Definitely Brutality. Doug Brutality and Steve Brutality. Definitely a double tap. A defend. Double tap. Rampage first. Bludgeon second. Pretty nasty first turn. Exhaust. Exhaust the offering. Just to stay ahead of the game. Bring back your Bludgeon. I was going to say, we got to be getting close to a pen nib here. You're not attacking on this turn. I'm just going to say a big mistake. Oh, might as well. Okay, next turn. Next turn, you're all going to pay. Stop saying that. Grade your rampage. Ooh, no shot, right? Oh, a shot! Okay. And a regen potion. Hold on, boys. Another Sharon's Ashes. We do be exhausted. A lot of stuff. Early offering. Definitely a feel no pain. Definitely another offering. Thank you, Sharon. Oh, Sharon. I know your Ashes, man. Yeah. No, I've heard of them. Get out of here, you piece. Thy kind is all of a piece, but you might be the most piece-like amongst us. Go ahead, pop it. Oh, get exhausted! Okay, hold. They're probably not going to attack next turn. This is going to have to be our last fight, by the way, but I'm okay with that. A little drop kick. That won't be necessary. Now, I would prefer, if possible, not to finish the fight right now. It's better if I can at least get more juice out of the regen potion. So I'm stalling as much as I can. I guess if I exhaust a bunch of cards, you will die. So... Wait a second. I lived. And you lived too, which is beautiful. Now on this one, you're cooked, bud. Fire breathing, anger. No. It's not like that. Let's see what you got. Okay, you're not going to believe me. I do have the time to do this one. We want to see Bludgeon. With no Bludgeon, it's an insane play. But Distilled Chaos, hope Bludgeon hits the middle enemy. There is no Bludgeon. Okay. Well, then I'll hit you with a Perfected Strike. It's still pretty good. And you're all cooked, man. It's got to be Carnage, dude. It's got to be... And then you draw Bludgeon next turn, and Bob's your uncle. This fight's basically over. I can't believe it. I have no idea if we're well suited for the boss, but we're okay. Put it on pause for now. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it so far. I'll see you in a minute here. It'll be like half an hour for me though. Okay, so it's been 5 hours. No. It's been 3 hours. I'm confused about what we were doing, but I'm ready to get back. It was kind of like a pseudo dead branch run. I remember that. No, it's like a literal dead branch run. What was I doing? Oh no. Well, how does this deck work, man? It works by exhausting garbage cards and replacing them with random cards, which are likely to be better than the garbage cards which were exhausted in the first place. Right? Or something. It works by getting a lot of relics. Nobody knows why it works. Is that what's going on here? Let me just... We don't have like a barricade. Brutality and rupture were working together. Do we not have a rupture? I'm so sorry, man. I'm so lost. I'm the kind of guy like when... if I get like halfway through a Slay the Spire run and then I have to stop playing it and come back like the next day, I will always save it. And then when I come back the next day, I'm like, nah, man. Abandon run. I don't care how good it is. I want to start over. So this is like a different... It's a whole new world for a guy like me. Let's put it that way. But it must be pretty good because we're flipping alive, man. Am I crazy to think that we don't want to play our offerings because we need our HP to be high in advance of the boss fight here? That makes perfect sense to a guy like me. Now, we are losing HP in the process, but we are also getting a bludgeon in our hand, which is kind of sick with it. How about a bludgeon and a feel no pain in a second wind? And then, like, before you know it, we're cruising here, man. And I will not play another offering. So I really am just being sincere when I say that I have no idea how this run is gonna go. I'm just being real with you. Like, I think we're gonna make it to the boss. At this point, it would be pretty crazy if we didn't make it to the boss. And I'm not talking about Mr. Springsteen, although I wish I was, because a lot of the songs that he's made in his illustrious career are on the Peloton playlist. You might say, NL, didn't know you were a Bruce head. I wouldn't describe myself as a Bruce head in like a Courtney Cox sort of way. Like, I'm not a Dancing in the Dark sort of guy, but I am very much a 1975 Born to Run album sort of guy. We're talking Thunder Road, 10th Avenue, Freeze Out, Backstreets. I mean, Born to Run, of course, the title track, Jungle Land especially. We're talking about that kind of stuff. When I should probably be talking about Slay the Spire and remembering how this run is supposed to go. Speaking of which, you might be like, what are you doing? And the answer is, I don't know. I'm trying to kill the boss by using Sharon's ashes. I think. Which I actually think might be the least painful way to do it, which is crazy to say in its own right. We're gonna need... I don't even remember the name of the card, but we needed to come around. And dude, my strength is going crazy. You've done a great disservice to me here. You've done me a great deal of pain by not giving me a block. Second wind, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, we'll be doing no damage to you. And then, how about second wind? It doesn't have anything to hit. Okay. Well, I would say that was pretty much a colossal failure. It's timekeep. Why did I think we were fighting the awakened one? Oh, you. Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. Just kidding. I think this is one of those times you have to accept... You have to accept 9 damage. Please give me like a beautiful power or something. I mean, honestly, maybe we'd be silly not to play Entrench, and then, like, I could hit you again and not get a curse. That would be sick. Not a curse! Beautiful! Now, I will be, like, frailed or whatever. Vulnerable. That's pretty bad, but life goes on, I guess. We have, like, none block here, so I would be very concerned about my future. 19 damage sucks, but I think it's, like, that's what we got, man. I mean, I'm gonna hit you. I'm not pleased with it, but I'm gonna hit you. 13 damage, I can live with it. This is a bummer. This is going, like, pretty badly. 27 damage. I'll play an offering in this situation. Maybe I should have been playing offering the whole time, man. Maybe that was one of our strengths. So this probably goes without saying. You know what would really tie the run together? There, I hit you. I can't hit you again. You gotta be patient. A corruption... Obviously, because we have Dead Branch, but a corruption would really take us to, like, the stratosphere, man. It would give us, I would consider, more of a fighting chance. What have you done to me? Obviously, I will not be letting you kill me here. That's just unacceptable. 19 damage. It's also really bad. I think I could accept the curse, man. 27 damage? No thanks. We gotta save the pummel to the... Oh, maybe the pummel finishes the job. I can't believe I'm doing this, man. But I gotta eat the curse from this one. Otherwise, there's no way we live. We'll simply be killed. So I don't think now I can fight the elite. I just think that's ridiculous. How about, like, a healing card? I'll accept deep breath because I don't know what I'm doing, and then rest, and I'll be straight up with you. I can't believe we've made it this far. Now is definitely the time to be playing your offerings. And a rupture and a brutality. Holy cow. Okay, exhaust some garbage and get better cards. Metallicize is something. Intimidate. I mean, I just don't want to play too many cards and leave ourselves in a tight spot for next time. But I guess I would play it to get it out of my deck. Okay, so that was a pretty good first turn, man. And we're going to gain strength over time, which is very nice. I'm still pretty pessimistic. How about a headbutt? Oh, but it's going to cause a shuffle, man. Ten attacks is a draw. Well, I would like to not take 32 damage. So how about an armaments defend? We could play 3 more cards. How about a rampage to scale it? And then this is our last card. It has to be feel no pain. So we're taking 18 damage. Not ideal by any stretch. I think we care not really for fire breathing. We like a bludgeon. That's a given. Pen nibs not close. Play a defend. True grit exhausting anything here is an absolute win. This is a rupture bonus for us. And we're getting in mighty tight, okay? There's no doubt about that. And we don't have big blockers in the deck. So I am kind of relying on prayer. I mean, we should play the disarm. It's hard not to play the disarm, man. A shrug. Second wind could refresh those blocks with more blocks. Maybe that was wishful thinking. 2 energy. We really need to have something left over for next turn, man. I'm gonna headbutt back a second wind, and there's a lot of, like, risk inherent here, but it does give us the chance to get a lot of block with only 1 card. So I'm sorry to my offering, but you know, this is like the most tactical game I've had to play in my entire Slay the Spire career. I think I got a limit break. And then second wind again. I wish I could have played Barricade, man. I wish I could have found a way. It's nice to see. At least these cards exhaust. 21 damage, so we're chilling. We're gaining strength. Well, we're gaining a very small amount of strength every turn. At some point, this is bad. At some point, we gotta turn on the jets, man. We gotta do some damage. It's insanity, but yes, I would Fiend Fire here. I would, man. I need the block, and it's one card. Now, the dream, of course, would be that I could kill you in, like, the next 2 turns. Were I to play this, and play this, we'll have 2 cards next turn, because I don't really want to play a 20 damage cleave. If we could draw, like, Hemokinesis and then a double damage bludgeon, you may well be dead. But that might be a stretch, man. Okay? Am I crazy to think that we just did it? I have no idea what happened. Thank you, past me, for constructing this riddle. And we did a lot of damage, and that's Ascension 19. Number 1 card in the deck. Crazy to say it, man, but I think it's second wind. Especially against the Timekeeper, playing 1 card and getting several blocks and like the equivalent of several draws was kind of nutty. And then Dead Branch, of course, very helpful as well. Anyway, I'm happy to be here, even if I am a little befuddled. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. And of course, I'll see you next time. See ya!